Many of you may know that Matt Corey has coached me for the last 3 years. I started triathlon when I was 46. Before that, I just worked a lot and ate a lot. I still eat a lot now, but it gets worked off. So I met Matt in 2015, actually, at a camp. I did not change coaches right away. We went to camp to learn a lot of things, and I did learn a lot of things, and it took me about a year to realize that what I had been doing and the way I had been working out with the coach I had was just too hard, too much. I couldn't recover, whatever. It was just a bad situation. I was angry, overworked. So I got a hold of Matt and wanted to find out more about what he did and how he did it. I kept hearing about avoiding the gray zones, and he asked a couple of things. First of all, he asked me, I want to see some of your workouts. So I showed him some of them. He wasn't too pleased with what he saw. They were like 14-mile runs at like 7:15 paces. I don't think I've ever run that since then, which is just fine. So anyway, and the other, I can't stop smiling. I just got back from Kona, Hawaii, where I did the 2019 IronMan World Championship, and it's a dream and goal of mine. So if I just start smiling and laughing in the middle of talking, it's because I keep thinking about that and how it all went down. And it wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have Matt on my team and helping me out. There was, besides family support and work support and everything else you need in your life, having a coach that you can talk with, communicate with, get feedback on. And I use this term, Matt will forget more about triathlon than I'll ever know. And he's got such a depth and wealth of knowledge. Pretty much don't care what it came down to. He has some answers for it and understood it, or helped me work through it. Because everybody's an individual and everybody's different. And there's times where I'd come to him with ideas and we'd fold those in, we'd work with him. Other times he'd just tell me to let that go and to move on and keep doing what we're doing. So I don't think I would have gotten to Kona, Hawaii by myself or with another coach. So many things went wrong, even with what we did. And it wasn't like our coaching issues. It was more 2 flat tires at a race, a broken hanger, 1 broken collarbone, a second broken collarbone. Even the time I qualified in Louisville, it was 47 degrees out. It was freezing, and that's in Fahrenheit. And it was just a crazy day, but there was things that Matt had taught me that got me through that day. And when I crossed the finish line and knew that I qualified, that was a huge goal of mine. And again, without Matt helping me, couldn't have done it. We then changed some things coming forward from that. And it wasn't more about the workouts. They were very consistent and just progressively got a little more, I wouldn't even say it was more volume. There's little teeny pieces that would increase. But I kept feeling like I could handle it. And we just kept doing it and kept building. In January and February, I started to play around with my diet a little bit. And I met Matt at camp in Hawaii for a week or so, and definitely changed my diet at that point. My body composition started to change in a big way, and I saw just all sorts of other benefits. I was feeling stronger, and if you're looking to improve your race time, your composition of your body, you want to qualify for Kona, reach out to Matt, have a conversation with him. I found that I was able to communicate throughout this whole process. We did this for about 3 years. It probably would have been a lot shorter if I wouldn't have had the flat tire and broken collarbones and everything else, but it's just, things happen the way they do for a reason. And I learned along the way. The morning of the race in Kona, because I did the training, Matt said, you need to do the training swim. I came away and I learned something. I actually saved about 4 to 5 minutes on my swim. I'm not a great swimmer, but I learned some things and had the confidence. I got out of the water feeling like I hadn't done anything, and that was one of our goals. I know other races I got out and the sky's spinning. I can't get my feet. My heart rate's so high. I literally got out of the water in Kona and was like, that was it? Cool. All right, let's go. And my pacing on the bike, I am not one for pacing. I get and go and go and go until I blow up. And that's what I've done in the past. And then you hang on and you really can't go any faster. We had a plan for Kona, and I told him and I promised him. And that was the other thing about having a coach too, for me, is the ability to, if I make a promise, like I'm going to do my workouts, I do them. And I made a promise that I will pace like we've talked about. We planned this. You don't have a second chance. I got out there, and if you decide to do something stupid, burn the matches, then it's going to be over. I rode really easy. People were passing me on the bike on the way out. And I actually went through all my splits and looked to see where my position was. And I think I lost 4 or 5 positions in the first 20 miles or so. I knew it. But in the end, I picked up 65 positions because the last 30, 40 miles coming home, people were standing still. And I heard a couple of people go, oh my God, what the, because they had passed me before and I was flying by them. I had so much energy. I felt so strong. You have to trust in it. You have to trust, because that doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem natural. But having his experience and as a coach, and he said, just listen, you need to do this. I did it. And then we got on to the run, and I tried to execute the best I could, a few cramps, but all the way to the end, I think I was running the last mile and a half, I ran 7:30s, and it was because I was squeezing that last little bit out of that tube that I had. So many lessons that I've learned from Matt through the years. I'm not even sure where to start on some of them. Maybe I have covered a lot already, but if you're looking to get a coach, definitely have a conversation with Matt. I couldn't have gotten where I'm at, been held accountable to the way I am, if I didn't do this. And I had a dream. It was this crazy thing. I remember as a kid watching IronMan. I didn't know what it was. And then as an adult, I'm like, hey, maybe I could do this. And I realized that it was going to be hard. And I like things that aren't easy. And it's difficult. It's a challenge. It's not something you just walk up and say, hey, I want to sign up and do this. I had done Spartan races, and that's the way it was. You could go to any of them and do it. But this was, you can't get to Kona without qualifying unless you're, doing some other route to get there. But I wanted to qualify. And Matt helped me get there. Wasn't necessarily an easy road for me because of some of the obstacles I put up, but I opened my mind and my heart and executed to the T the things he asked me to do. And trust me, there's days I was on the bike and I just wanted to hammer the guy next to me on Swift and show him that I'm faster, but I'm like, Matt said, don't do it. So I get my head down and just did what I was supposed to do. Same thing on the run. There's days where I'm like, why am I not running faster? And it's like, all right, it's my long run. It's 2 hours and it's Saturday and I'm supposed to just do this pace. And here's how I'm supposed to handle it and do it. And I executed. I did. And every time I did, I recovered well and felt good and was happier. So a lot to learn from Matt. I hope there's so many other people out there that he can help get that dream of Kona. I'm a firm believer. I've been there. I did it one time. I gave it my best and not my all. I want others to go. And so hopefully, do I feel like after everything I know and Matt's taught me, could we go back and reproduce this and do it again? And could I qualify and do it? I believe that I understand what it takes now and have got the right base to do it. But I want other people to do it. I'm going to continue to be involved with triathlon and work with Matt in any way I can and help other people out. I hope to be still contributing to the board and on Facebook here and giving some other input. But yeah, it's been a heck of a journey. And as far as my recommendations, I wouldn't look any further personally. Give it a shot, give it a try. God, it's been unbelievable. And oh yeah, thanks Matt. I really appreciate it, mate. It's been awesome.